Kevin Hart accused of snitching on Shannon Sharpe. Katt Williams sparks explosive rumors linking Hart to scandal that cost Sharpe millions. In an explosive twist that is social media blaze and fans choosing sides, rumors are flying that comedian Kevin Hart may have played a shady role in the downfall of NFL legend and sports personality Shannon Sharpe, who was rocked by a scandal involving a 19-year-old OnlyFans model. What might have been dismissed as coincidence has now become a subject of heated debate, especially after Katt Williams came out swinging, accusing Hart of orchestrating Sharpe's fall from grace. And the timing of it all has many raising eyebrows. Now let's break it all down, from the scandal that derailed Sharpe's booming media career, to the whispers of betrayal that are casting a long, dark shadow over Kevin Hart's reputation. To truly understand this controversy, we need to start with the scandal that blindsided Shannon Sharpe, once riding high on the success of his post-football media empire. From top-tier analyst gigs to booming podcast deals and a growing list of brand endorsements, Sharpe saw everything begin to unravel after shocking headlines emerged. A 19-year-old OnlyFans model came forward with private messages, interactions, and implications that painted Sharpe in a compromising light. The internet exploded. Social media turned ruthless. Sponsors backed out. Networks distanced themselves. Within days, millions of dollars in deals were off the table, and Sharpe's once flawless public image took a massive hit. At first glance, it seemed like an unfortunate but isolated scandal, one that many high-profile men in the spotlight have faced. But not everyone bought the coincidence narrative. Among the skeptics was Katt Williams, the brutally honest, fire-spitting comedian who had become a one-man army against what he calls Hollywood's puppet masters. Katt, never shy about stirring the pot, dropped bombshell comments that linked Kevin Hart. Yes, the same Kevin Hart beloved by millions, box office giant, Netflix favorite, to the timing and mechanics of Sharpe's scandal. Williams claimed that Sharpe's fall wasn't just happenstance. It was strategic, calculated, and most damningly, it benefited Kevin Hart directly. According to Katt, every time Kevin Hart makes a major leap forward in Hollywood, some other prominent black man seems to mysteriously fall off. And in Sharpe's case, the pattern was all too familiar. Just as Kevin Hart was solidifying a new series deal and expanding his own sports content platform, Sharpe's world came crashing down. And to Katt, that wasn't just bad luck. That was orchestrated sabotage. Let's be clear. There's no hard evidence, no leaked emails or confessions. But what's giving these accusations weight is a growing pile of suspicious timing, industry whispers, and a pattern of unfortunate coincidences that seem to favor Hart again and again. It's not just Katt Williams throwing shade. It's the buzz around Hollywood that something about this entire situation doesn't add up. Think about it. Sharpe's podcast was rising fast, threatening to rival and possibly eclipse Hart's own ventures into sports media. He had just landed several major brand endorsements. He was becoming a media darling, the kind of crossover voice that appeals to both sports fans and mainstream audiences. Then boom, scandal. And not just any scandal, but one involving a teenage sex worker from OnlyFans, the kind of firestorm that guarantees tabloid frenzy and brand withdrawal. Kevin Hart, on the other hand, smooth sailing. Not only did his ventures face no disruption, but he also found himself in the media spotlight as a safe, bankable, clean-cut alternative. Even more suspicious? Certain insiders have pointed out that the scandal first gained traction on platforms closely tied to Hart's network of content creators and social influencers. This is where the rumors turn dark. Some are now speculating that Kevin or people in his camp may have known about the situation ahead of time, and instead of warning Sharpe or helping him prepare, they may have leaked it to gain advantage. That's where the word snitch comes in. It's not about Kevin directly outing Sharpe. It's about potentially enabling, amplifying, or even planting the story in the right circles to ensure maximum damage. Katt Williams laid it out in his now viral interview. Every time Kev levels up, another black brother gets taken out. That's not a coincidence. That's a blueprint. He referenced previous examples of other entertainers and athletes whose reputations crumbled just as Kevin Hart was ascending. Some of those examples are admittedly a stretch. Others, though, they hit a little too close to home. While Kevin Hart has not publicly addressed the allegations, and likely won't unless forced, his silence is being interpreted by some as strategic. Stay quiet. let the storm pass, and maintain the polished brand. That's what makes this whole thing even more controversial. Kevin Hart has carefully curated his image as a hard-working, clean, unproblematic everyman. But Katt Williams is now calling into question how real that image really is, and whether Hart's success has come at the expense of others behind closed doors. Let's also not ignore the optics here. Shannon Sharpe is a black man who climbed to the top not just through fame, but through intellect, discipline, and authenticity. He wasn't a loudmouth talking head. He brought genuine insight, emotional depth, and passion to every conversation. His rise wasn't handed to him. It was earned. So when he got taken down by a scandal, many fans were heartbroken. But if it turns out that someone in his own circle, or at least his own cultural community, helped push him off that ledge, that's not just betrayal. That's treason. The whispers are getting louder. Alleged DMs, cryptic tweets, and industry chatter all seem to be fueling the belief that something deeper went down. Is it possible Kevin Hart snitched? Or even worse, set the whole thing up? Again, nothing is confirmed. But as with many Hollywood conspiracies, the truth often hides in the details. And those details are looking uglier by the day.